This is a Beach Bums media production. And greetings, one and all, and welcome to today's Prod Podcast, if that makes any sense to you. It's a new word I just made up.
Prod Podcast.
Yeah. Beach Bums Media is very proud to present In the Beer Cave with Rob and Ashley. He is just plain Rob from the Stark Naked Truth, and I'm just Ashley. You can follow us on Twitter at Bums Media with a Z. And you can email us, and Rob can be located at robspcbums@gmail.com. Or you can email me here at the show, beachbumsmedia@gmail.com. Search us out in the Beer Cave with Rob and Ashley on YouTube, Facebook, the podcast platform Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We definitely would appreciate it.
And taking donations, tips at Venmo
and Cash App. And there's more on that later on, but we will be gladly accepting those, and with our appreciation, by the way.
See, these headphones cost money.
Today our studio line, unfortunately, is down. But the number is 850-588-9275. You can still call and leave a voice message. We will get it, and we may call you back from an alternate number. Even anytime during the week. Y'all got a funny story or something you want to add to the show, a comment or anything like that? Feel free to give a call, and don't forget to leave your name and number. We might call you back. So let's have some fun with it. Remember, folks, PG-13, 16 borderline, keep it clean.
Maybe 18, depending on.
Let's keep it clean.
Yeah, we'll keep it clean.
And, of course, our bumper music today is by bensound.com.
All right, let's. One of the reasons we're having some technical problems last week and now is because we had that tropical storm. We had Fred
came to town Monday. It started, and then Monday afternoon, for a lot of areas, it got worse than what we got out here on the beach. But yeah, Fred was
and
raised havoc, and he actually caused a lot of issues up in Georgia too, as it traveled north.
And
where
I'm staying up Highway 77, I left because I left the beach, and I got up into Lynn Haven, up 77, and it became impassable. It was flooded. I mean, I had to.
Well, wait a minute. You got to back the story up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Rob's up where he's staying at.
Yeah.
Gives me a call. Hey, man, how's the weather? I said, it's getting bad. Stay where you're at. Well, I got to get out. Well, stay where you're at. Rob goes and does what he has to go do, and then I get a phone call several hours later. How much do you love me?
Yes, I did say that.
And I went, well, that's kind of a loaded question. What do you want? He goes, well, and this is several miles from here where he's talking about.
Oh yeah,
388. It's a good little clip.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I can't get through here. It's flooded. I said, well, what did I tell you earlier? Not to go out. You're out. Yeah. Come on back. Come on. Come over here.
I had to take care of business.
Everybody in this town shut down, and Rob's got to go take care of stuff.
I said, well, just let me come down and hang out for a bit till this passes.
So we hung out. You know, it's always, I like hanging out with you. But that's just a cute story. The way you did. How much do you love me? I'm stranded.
Can I come hang with you for a little while? Because there's no way I'm going to make it up here. By the time I did make it up, it was still flooded, but they had a couple lanes on a 4-lane highway.
The center lanes will do it because the roads are cupped. It drains off, but when these ditches around there fill up, and then they back up, the water has nowhere to go.
When I was going back up 77, and I saw a flatbed tow truck, and the water was almost up to the flatbed.
Oh yeah.
There's no way I'm going to be able to get my little car through
and that little limo you drive.
Yeah. That's when I turned around, called Ash, says, "How much y'all love me?"
Well, it's been kind of Fred caused some events, and Fred's been causing havoc. You want to straighten that up a little bit?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Fred caused a little bit of havoc, and especially even after he made landfall officially at Cape Sandblast, which is not that far from where we're at right now. It's off of Mexico Beach, which Mexico Beach didn't need to have any more issues. It still rolled northeast, and the next day from I used to live in the Atlanta metro area, and people were posting on Facebook about how they appreciated the road closures and flooding up there. I just commented and go, remember, he was here first.
Yeah.
So on some good note, changing gears a little bit, other than some other stressful junk, but anyway. My niece Brittany is getting married tomorrow. She's in Ohio.
Oh, congratulations, Brittany.
Brittany Crum is finally going to get married. Her dad, Chuck, which is my wife's brother, so this is my wife's side of the family, just got married recently. So they're all in Ohio. A lot of the families in Ohio, unfortunately, we're not able to be up there for the wedding, so we are sorry. And also my brother-in-law, Mike, from Tulsa, Oklahoma. His birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Mike.
He's in Ohio. I did call him. Dee did send him a card.
Was it a...
Yes, but it was a failure.
Oh, really?
Because Mike goes, be sure and tell Dee, thank you, but it failed.
Oh, dang it,
We're talking about a glitter bomb.
Yeah.
My wife found some, what she calls the evil stuff. The really fine, small, you can't sweep it up evil stuff. Well, apparently the humidity was so bad in the inside of the envelope, inside the mail truck, it stuck to the card. So when Mike opened it in anticipation of it going douche into the trash can, because everybody, you get something from my wife, you open it outside or over the trash can. It didn't go anywhere. It just stayed right there. Unlike the pipe glitter bomb that got sent to her brother in Washington State in his new truck when it was spring-loaded and went and rained confetti for like an hour. So we're sending much love and congratulations to the state of Ohio right now, where a lot of the family has gathered to enjoy the nuptials of Brittany and her soon-to-be husband.
Well, tomorrow. As of tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Hey, what's her husband's to-be name?
Moving on.
No. What's his name?
I don't know.
Okay.
Moving on. Now in breaking news.
All right. Just let me tell you.
I'm sorry. I don't know his name.
Okay. Well, never mind. Dude, the rules will change as of tomorrow. The rules will change. Trust me.
Don't worry. Hey, Mike, handle it. Mike will take care of it. My brother-in-law, he'll take care of it. Handle it, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike. Handle it.
And as we know, today is August the 20th, and it's National Radio Day. We talked about this last week. It's been highly talked about all week long as far as today. But looking ahead at some things coming up this week on the national days that you may be interested in. So get your calendars ready. Tomorrow, Saturday, is National Senior Citizen Day. I'm one of them. Don't forget. I usually don't ask for the senior citizen discount at the restaurants.
I don't.
I'm starting. I'm going to start.
No.
Because I can prove it.
So can I, but I still don't.
Sunday.
What do I need? 10 cents off a coffee at McDonald's. Big deal. Who cares?
I'm going to Triple J's for the big bucks, man. Sunday is National Be an Angel Day and the National Tooth Fairy Day. Now, the reason I bring up the Tooth Fairy Day, it's a twofold deal. When you're younger and you start losing your baby teeth and you get your adult teeth, the Tooth Fairy, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Used to get a quarter. Now they're getting $10.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Well, Saturday's National Senior Day, and I'm thinking the Tooth Fairy might come back around.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back around. Well, that's cheating. That was a baseball bat.
Yeah, it was a baseball bat.
Then on Monday, coming up this week, is National Cuban Sandwich Day. Now, who doesn't like a good Cuban?
And who makes the best Cuban in
The
town?
marathon
The
on
marathon
Thomas
on
Drive.
Thomas Drive.
Oh,
man,
man.
those are the best Cubans around, man. Oh,
No, hands down, best ones in the area.
oh.
Then on Tuesday is National Peach Pie Day. I like pie.
Okay, I've got a story to tell about peach pie. I'm sorry. I love. We're still great friends. My ex-wife, my first wife, Linda, she made a peach pie one time, and she made it for my grandma Opal.
Okay.
And she was so proud of this peach pie. And I took the first slice, and it was a little soupy. And I took a bite and tasted.
Why was it soupy? Just
Hang on.
Okay, we're getting to that.
Hang on. But it tasted good. But I took a piece of a peach and I went, "Honey, did you peel these peaches?"
Oh no.
And she went, "No." And I went, "Okay, well it tastes." But that's why it was soupy. And so she went to my grandma Opal, who was there, and said, "Grandma, do you peel peaches before you put them in a peach pie?" And Grandma went, "Well, of course you do." And I just looked at her, and her heart, just you could see the look in her face. And I went, "Honey, it tastes good.
Yeah.
It really does." But that's why it was so soupy, because
The
peeled the
pea.
peaches. Okay, I'm sorry.
There's the husbandly love right there.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday coming up is National Whiskey Sour Day and National Kiss and Make Up Day.
Another story for another time.
Then on Thursday it's National Dog Day and National Cherry Popsicle Days. So there you are, a look at the week ahead of the national days from internationalday.com.
And today is National Radio Day, which
Yes, we talked about that.
Spent 36 years in radio, and I posted something on Facebook, and I think people thought I was angry or bitter, and I'm not. I really am not. But I just said, people don't understand. This is a brutal business. It really is a brutal business. You better grow thick skin and watch your own back, because nobody's going to have it.
And the podcast business is brutal too.
There's so much noise out there these days, and the one thing about terrestrial radio, I will say this, and this is the last thing I'll say about this, is that, and I've said this to people who are still in the industry, and they're like, why are we not succeeding the way we used to? And I said, because there's no live people. It's not live and local anymore. Everything's automated. And I said, you know what the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. We've been doing the same thing in terrestrial radio for the last 30 years or more and expecting new results. You got to think out of the box, and you've got so much more new competition with podcasts and with Spotify and with iHeartRadio and with.
And that's why we try to keep it
Pandora.
fresh and fun around here.
Absolutely.
I see Chuck's got a comment down here. Our video's backwards. I don't know. I see us.
I can't.
I don't know. He's on my right.
I need my old man glasses.
It says your video is backwards. If I turn the video around, you'll be looking at the garage door. I don't know what to tell you, man.
No, dude, you're backwards.
Hey, turn around, dude. Anyway. But hey, thanks for stopping by. At least you're listening.
Yes.
Sorry we're backwards, but if I'm looking at it and I see us, then I'm looking at us up here and listening to here down here. Yeah, I'm not the one backwards.
That's right. There you go.
He might be, but I'm not.
It's all a matter of perspective here.
All right. Well, hey, guess what? And now, from around the globe, across the nation, from your state, and possibly your city, or from right down your street, it's Odd News of the Week you may have missed and want to know about it. And today's episode is sponsored by Biker's Edge, Sandy Bottoms Beach Rentals, and WYDDLP 107.5 Pirate Radio.
Which I have an update when we get to
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yes.
Got an update. We're going to start off the odd news today with a follow-up of a story that we did a couple weeks ago. You remember? I think it might have been last week. I don't remember. You remember the Michigan man who was sexually assaulted a Tickle Me Elmo doll during a home inspection?
Yes.
He wants his charges dropped.
How does Elmo feel about that?
Elmo is still in therapy. I'm going to recap the story for you. It is a follow-up. Kevin Van Leuven, 59, was charged earlier this month with an indecent act with a stuffed doll, obviously Tickle Me Elmo, has requested that the judge ignore his verbal and written confessions to the police, which came after the cops were called to a home in suburban Detroit last March. On March 12th, Mr. Van Leuven was conducting a home inspection for a potential buyer. 2 hours later, the homeowner checked out her home using security cameras remotely to see how the inspection was going and was horrified to see him allegedly remove Elmo from her son's bedroom and do the dirty on the doll. Unzipped his pants and began masturbating in the son's closet with the Tickle Me Elmo. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but y'all kind of get the gist. But he has apologized, but he wants his confession thrown out. I will tell you,
he's on video.
The deputies testified the evidence was seized from the home, saying in court, "We collected Elmo and took Elmo in." It goes on that he's been in jail for more than 5 weeks because he can't post bond. And the homeowners and her family have relocated to Missouri, presumably without the Elmo doll.
Well, yeah, I think I'd leave Elmo there at that point. There's not enough laundry detergent that can.
But he wants it thrown out. He wants his, because he confessed and talked openly about it. He wants it all thrown out for whatever reason. It doesn't say, but he wants it thrown out, and he's been in jail ever since.
But he was on video.
Yeah, he was on a home nanny cam.
So there's no confession involved. I'll confess to it. No, you dude, we have the movie.
He just wants it thrown out. I thought I would just do a follow-up since we are a reputable news reporting agency. That's what we do here at Beach Bums Media.
And poor Elmo is stuck in Michigan.
Yep, horrified, in therapy. Hey, we should set up a GoFundMe page for Elmo.
Yeah,
we'll be on that tomorrow.
All right, moment of silence for poor Elmo.
Sorry, Elmo. Moving on.
There you go.
A Collier area transit bus was caught on a camera driving the wrong way down a busy road during rush hour. Now, I'm going to tell you, these boys got a schedule to keep, and they'll do whatever it takes to keep that schedule. These transit people don't kid around. Dash cam video from the Thursday evening just after 5 p.m. shows the cat bus driving into oncoming traffic on the wrong side of the road. It happened at an intersection of SR 29 and Immokalee Road. Immokalee, as traffic was backed up on the road. It gets heavy due to the construction down that way, and school is getting started that way. The bus driver is seen crossing through the intersection in the turning lane of oncoming traffic. Driver spoke with a local news station after watching the video. They're questioning what would happen if they did the same thing, and everybody would go, "We gotta wait. Why can't he wait?" That makes sense. I get stuck in traffic all the time. Just my car's bigger than your car. I could go around, but I have to play by the rules.
Yeah.
People say if a cop saw him, same thing, he would be getting a ticket in his SUV, and unlike the bus driver. Everybody was shocked to find out he's got to be safe all the time. Everybody was talking about. He's got people with him. They both said the driving decisions like these should come with punishment. Cat authorities said the bus driver is off the roads and suspended pending an investigation by the company that is contracted to hire the bus drivers. So you never know who's behind the wheel when you're going to get on a Metropolitan Transit bus.
And if he's having a bad day,
look out.
Look out.
I get frustrated in traffic driving my big truck.
I know. I get phone calls from time to time. Hey, Rob.
This guy can't drive a car. You want to come drive a car?
All right, let me tell you this. I was talking to Ashley today. He was on the road, and we were talking about, the podcast and what time he was going to be back here and what time I should show up. And all of a sudden, I hear, "Get out of the way!" Yeah. There was no profanity.
I'm always by myself in the cab of my truck, except for I'm on the phone.
Yeah, there was no profanity involved. I will promise you.
And
that.
I was on Bluetooth. I was on Bluetooth too in my truck.
Yeah,
I had a Bluetooth, so both hands were on the wheel as I was slowly not trying to run this guy over.
I will tell you another story. It has nothing to do with Ashley. My nephew, Mother's Day, right before my mom passed, we did a Zoom call, and my nephew he's a OTR driver.
Yeah.
And he was in his truck, and he was doing the Zoom call on his phone. It was mounted, so But he was.
That's got good news written all over.
Yeah, oh yeah. So here I am. I hadn't seen Mom in 2 years, and there she is, and I was crying. I was crying my eyes out. I hadn't seen Mom, and you could tell she just wasn't Mom anymore. And so we're trying to talk to her, and she's looking around, and she's smiling, and then you could tell she just kind of I can't say lost interest, but she just zoned out because she had Parkinson's.
Yeah,
dementia. And but
for lack of a better word, it would be, oh look, Bluebird.
Yeah. But then all of a sudden, I'm watching Daniel. We have all those squares on the Zoom call, and Andrew is driving his truck, and all of a sudden, like I said, I've got tears screaming, and I hear Andrew, "Get out of the way, asshole!" And I just started dying laughing.
For those of you that don't understand, when you come to a complete stop before turning right into a parking lot, and we're coming at you, we want you to get out of the way.
Well, here is his dad, his pastor, my brother, his pastor dad, Kevin, his grandfather, a retired minister.
They're all on the Zoom call.
We're all on the Zoom call, and all we hear all of a sudden out of the blue, "Get out of the way!" And I just died laughing. Said, "Andrew, thank you. I needed that."
Well, here is a no-brainer right now. While using the laser sight on a friend's 9mm handgun to play with a cat.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, who hasn't done that before? A Wisconsin woman accidentally shot the weapon's owner in the leg.
Oh, man. I knew this was coming.
Now, we all get laser pointers and play with the cat, or Skipper. Skipper doesn't play with. Lucy does, our female. Running around there.
And she's a dachshund, by the way.
Yeah,
she's not a
it's
cat.
fun entertainment, but Skipper's like, you playing for that old trick.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're falling for that.
But we don't have a 9mm attached to it.
Yeah.
A detailed criminal complaint. The Miss Pleasant, 19, was inside a friend's apartment Tuesday afternoon when she removed the handgun from a nightstand drawer. The gun had been placed there by James Daniels, 21. Investigators say that Miss Pleasant, who had been drinking brandy,
the girl or the
girl that.
Oh, okay. I'm just
the girl that was playing with it. Picked up the Smith & Wesson gun, turned on the laser sight, and was pointing at the floor to get the cat to chase it. While playing with the firearm, Pleasant discharged the weapon, striking Daniels in the right thigh, who was standing in a doorway when it hit. In shock for a second, then he asked Miss Pleasant if she had shot him, and according to the witness quoted in the complaint, "Did you just shoot me?"
Well,
but the bullet traveled through his leg and stuck in the stove.
So it was a through and through, so it wasn't life-threatening or anything like that. It was just like, did you just shoot me? I'm not sure.
Daniels reportedly admitted to bringing the gun to the residence, but claimed he had removed the magazine. Miss Pleasant told the cops she thought the 9mm magazine had been removed before the gun actually went off.
Okay, magazine.
You got to take the one out of the chamber.
The chamber, yes. My gosh. I don't even own a gun, but I know that.
Here's some more good news for that story. Miss Pleasant was arrested for causing injury by the neglect use of a weapon. She is free on bond. Mr. Daniels, who is also facing a felony gun charge, has been freed on bond pending a criminal investigation that bars him from possessing a weapon.
Because he's on probation.
Probation or a convicted felon.
Yes.
Mr. Daniels was arrested last year on multiple felony counts for his role in a gang-related shooting.
Oh, jeez.
Investigators alleged that Daniels was behind the wheel of a borrowed Jeep who drove friends to a home that then they sprayed with a volley of gunfire by his cronies.
Chris Rock has one of the most profound things to say about not going to jail. You know how you don't go to jail?
Don't do stupid shit.
Don't break the law.
Don't do stupid stuff.
Don't do stupid stuff.
Like Judge Judy. I'm not stupid. Don't keep me up here because I'm purdy. I'm smart.
I'm not pretty or smart.
Convicted felon with a 9mm and the laser sight. Hey, play kitty, boom. Oh, sorry.
Yep. Oh, there's one in the chamber.
Oh,
I took the magazine.
Well, that's what they say. That you know what? They could have the magazine out after the fact. I don't know. Whatever.
Who knows?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. All right, let's take a moment and talk about one of our partner sponsors. For all your riding apparel biker needs, Biker's Edge is your place. They're located here in Panama City. Their hours are Wednesday through Sunday, 10 to 5. Their phone number is 850-624-6206. They have all your riding apparel accessories and needs to make your ride go smooth and make you look good. With your military ID, you get a 10% discount. Please give them a call. Again, it's 850-624-6206 to make sure they're around and not out riding their bikes. They do have the toy hauler now, but no word on where they're going to be or any upcoming events. But they are going to let us know. If you go out there or give them a call, make sure you tell Pat that Rob and Ashley sent you her way from the beer cave.
Second Amendment from me.
Love you, Mom. All right, I think it might be time to tell that story. For the first podcast that we did together, Pat at Biker's Edge was our first sponsor.
Yeah. And
has been with us since day one. Thank you, Pat.
Yes. Thank you, Pat.
The first ad that she wanted to run was she wanted to run Second Amendment products, and she kind of scripted it, gave us some talking points. Well, I sent the video after the first podcast to my mom, and my mom got very upset with me. Very upset about the Second Amendment with all the things that are going on in the world today and all the issues with guns and all that stuff. And I tried to assure Mom that these were illegal people with illegal guns, not legal people with legal guns.
Right.
But my mom was pretty upset. I said, okay, we'll change it up. So that's the story behind that. So with all due respect, we don't do that that particular script anymore, but they still have all your riding apparel needs and all your patches and all your items and anything you want to make your vest look pretty and tell people what you do. So that's the way that came about.
And Second Amendment friendly. Love you, Ashley's mom.
A baking bean bandit is emptying cans of the good stuff all over a village in the sticky reign of terror.
Okay, wait. A baking bean bandit?
Mm-hmm.
Baked bean bandit.
Baked bean bandit.
Okay, baked bean bandit.
The mystery vandal has been covering doorsteps, homes, and cars with the famous baked being orange stuff. Cops are now urging anyone with information to spill the beans.
See what they did there.
The shocking turn of events is taking place in a pretty countryside village of Woonsory in Surrey, which is over in England, I believe. It is home to just over 3,000 people, with residents understandably rocketed by the recent incidents.
Okay,
there's 3,000 of you.
Yeah, and somebody's putting
Who's buying the beans?
Who's buying the beans? There's not many places in a town of 3,000
How many
people.
grocery stores y'all got?
Yeah.
Go see who's stocking up.
Yeah, exactly.
The Surrey police spokesman said local officers have received reports of incidents in Warnish where beans and other food has been poured onto residences' front doors and cars overnight. The victims are understandably distressed by the unacceptable behavior. They added local officers will be patrolling the area and keeping an eye out for anything suspicious. Again, there's 3,000 people.
Yeah.
How many cops does it take to protect 3,000 people?
Well, I grew up in a town of 3,600 people. And,
how many cops did it take?
We had about 4.
Okay, I think they got the bases covered.
4 or 5, yeah, something like that, yeah.
In a picture, 4 empty cans of Heinz beans were discarded near a doorstep studded with little orange beans.
Okay, did you dust it for prints?
I don't know. They should. However, some residents have seen the funny side while urging police to catch the criminals. One person wrote online, "Hope you catch those horrendous criminals. Otherwise, the house prices in Warnish will plunge." Another joke, what half-baked idiots could do this? I hope they get thrown in the can.
See what you did there. See what you did there, too. All right, first of all, listen for the farts. All you got to do, follow the farts.
Exactly.
You know what it is? It's a bunch of kids, probably a bunch of high school kids, or in England, prep school kids, who are just out having some fun. And yes, it's a come on. All you got to do is hose it down. They're not causing a lot of destruction, but it's probably maybe even like an initiation. Like
it could be. Yeah.
When I was a senior, we would initiate the freshmen into high school.
Yeah.
All
could
right.
be.
So go dump some beans on.
But it still seems to be a town of 3,000 people. I don't know where the beans are coming from.
Well, yeah, that's again.
Are they
like
importing them?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, it's a smuggling operation. 2 dudes are traveling to the town next door or down the road and bringing in cases. It's a smuggling outfit.
Again, follow the farts.
Hormel might be in on it.
It's a gassy situation. If you're coming down to the beach, or you're already here, season is starting to come to a close. Yeah,
We want our beaches back.
But we still have a couple of months. It's going to be October.
Usually, October, November.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if you're coming down, or if you're even here, and you want to go out to the beach, and you know that you got to drag all that stuff down to the beach. You got to drag your umbrellas, your chairs, your ice chest, everything. And it's more of a chore to get down there. Like I said, a buddy of mine, he would go down to the beach an hour and a half before everybody showed up so he could set up the tent, set up everything.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a trooper. I got a solution for you. Beach more, stress less with Sandy Bottoms Beach Rentals. They'll come down, they'll set up, if you would just want a couple umbrellas and chairs, they'll set that up for you. If you want a tent, chairs, table, ice chest, whatever, they'll set that up for you. All you got to do is show up. Just let them know when you're going to be there, and they will come down and set everything up well in advance of you getting down to the beach. All you got to do is show up and enjoy the beach. Here's another thing too. If you want to enjoy one of our beautiful beach sunsets on the Gulf Coast, which are honestly,
Did you see the sunset Monday night after Fred blew through?
No, but
it was gorgeous.
I'm sure
after a tropical storm blew
yeah.
through here, and it was done. It was out of here by sunset. It was phenomenal sunset. It was beautiful.
And this would have been worth the money for you to sit and watch that sunset. They'll come down.
Oh yeah.
They'll set up a gas fire pit. No ash, no smoke. You have a little bonfire, little fire pit on the beach, and you can watch the sunset. And then when you're done, guess what? You go home. Don't have to tear anything down. They're going to come and tear everything down for you and take it back. Give them a call. 850-319-9648. 850-319-9648. Or even better, you can hit them up online and do your online order at sandypcb.com. sandypcb.com. Sandy Beach or Sandy Bottoms Beach Rentals going to take care of you. Make sure you have the best beach experience you've ever had in your life.
Be sure and tell them Rob and Ashley from the Beer Cave sent y'all their way. Now, this story's kind of starting to grab some attention and grow some legs. I had it for a few days now, but it's finally getting some attention. Yakima, Washington. Emergency crews responded Tuesday to a SUV that divers spotted submerged in the Yakima River, but the Yakima County Sheriff's Office says the driver claims he did it intentionally. About 11 a.m., callers said they saw the blue Suburban in the water of the Yakima River near the Century Landing in the gap south of the Yakima and Union Gap. Wow, do that real fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, sheriff's deputies responded and found the vehicle in the water and the owner nearby. According to the sheriff's office, the owner of the vehicle told him he had replaced the thermostat in the vehicle and needed to fill the radiator with water.
Yeah, that's not the way to do that. There's an easier and much more efficient way to do that.
Deputies say the driver told him he intentionally drove the SUV into the water so he could get the water into the radiator. The vehicle had been towed back out of the water. My thought was maybe he was submerged it, trying to fill it up with water, looking for leaks.
Watching for the bubbles. Again, follow the farts.
So my advice is, if you want to fill your radiator up with water, I'm sure there was a spigot and a water hose closer than driving it to the river and then submerging it in the river.
Not the best plan of attack on that particular plan. All right, here's an update. Pirate Radio, 107.5 FM, which is it's a kind of a low signal, low wattage signal in Youngstown, but you can also stream it live at wyddfl.caster with an E, caster.fm or piratelive.com. Got an update.
Yep.
And we kept saying, keep listening, keep streaming. It's not your granddaddy's radio station. It's not your dad's rock station. This is active rock. This is stuff it's pirate radio. It's exciting and it's fun. Just got the module yesterday.
Nice. So we can start working.
We can start working. So as soon as I get this module downloaded and I figure out how to work it in the next week or two, the afternoon riot is going to be back with Just Plain Rob.
And I'm Ashley.
And Ashley.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. You're going to have TJ in the morning. You're going to have G-Man on the middays. You're going to have Just Plain Rob in the afternoon riot with Ashley. And then you're going to have, I think, I'm not sure.
Still don't know about Short Bus.
Still not sure about Short Bus, but I think we're going to have Short Bus doing nights. And then a new guy, can't think of his name right offhand, but he's going to be doing overnights.
I guess we just call him New Guy.
Yeah, well, yeah, new guy.
New Guy.
But he's going to be doing overnights, and but yes, it is actually coming to fruition. And this was one of the big things we were waiting for, was to get that module so that we can start actually voice tracking and doing some live stuff. So that's going to happen in at least the next week. Actually, I've left my laptop here with Ashley to do a few things here.
I had to charge it up.
But I'm glad you did. Thank you. But so that's the computer I'm going to be downloading that module on in the next day or so, and then play with it and learn it. And so I'm shooting for Monday or between Monday and Wednesday.
I'm game.
We'll get this going.
I'm game.
So again, 107.5 FM if you're in the Youngstown, Florida area. You can stream it live at wyddfl.caster.com, or you can also stream it at piratelive.com. The afternoon riot's coming back. Liquor in the news, and if I could find the news, I'd liquor in it.
And we'll keep you posted on it. And now, the stories you're about to hear are true. The names have not been changed, and all persons are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. It's time for Idiots in Jail. Today's episode is sponsored by, if you would like to do that, give us a call.
Please.
Email us.
Look, we're cheap. Yes, we're going to charge you a little bit of money, but we're cheap.
And we can be had.
Well,
Rob can.
Look, I'm cheap, but I'm not easy. Okay, yeah, I'm easy too. So never mind.
All right. Well, from August the 19th, you're not hungry when you're hungry. A Florida man is jailed on armed robbery charge after allegedly trying to steal a Snickers candy bar at knife point in a Wawa convenience store. A clerk told police that Eric Minto, 49, entered the Largo store late Tuesday night asking for free food. Minto, who lives in a Clearwater apartment 8 miles from the Wawa store, had his request denied by the worker.
Well, I would imagine, yeah.
At that point, Minto allegedly pulled out a folding knife, opened it, and pointed the weapon at the clerk, saying, "Don't make me do something stupid for a Snickers bar." Hey, when you're hungry, you're hungry.
How big was this knife, first of all?
It was a folding knife, like you would carry.
Like a little pocket knife.
Yeah, it had to be a pocket knife, yeah. The victim handed Minto the candy as he was in fear for his life.
Oh, jeez, really?
Minto then departed the store but left the Snickers behind on the front counter.
You weren't in fear for your life. You were in fear of some stitches. But, at that point, I'm like, dude, here, have this. Here, have a Snickers bar. My God, I'll pay for it myself. What does it cost? 85 cents, $1, whatever these days?
$1.03 down here.
Yeah.
Minto then left the store but left the Snickers behind on the front counter.
He left the Snickers behind.
When the sheriff's department later questioned him, he admitted to opening the knife but denied threatening the clerk. Minto reportedly said he was attempting to trade the knife for a Snickers bar. He was arrested for armed robbery and booked into the county jail, where he is locked up in lieu of $10,000 bonds on the felony count.
All right, this is a true idiot.
Snickers is a felony offense. Well, the knife is.
You know what? That should be one of their new commercials. Where they had like Danny DeVito or whomever, it playing somebody who was.
No, actually, I think what you're thinking of is the commercial. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Pull out a knife and hold the clerk.
It's a Snickers. Here, go ahead. Go ahead. It's free.
Give him the stupid candy bar.
Here's a Snickers. Go ahead.
Guy's desperate. All right, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What would you do with one of the fastest production cars ever made?
I guess it would depend on the circumstance. I would try to find a place that I could drive it as fast as I possibly could.
Well, a guy named Muhammad Amin Abdu Shaliba.
So he's Jewish, right?
Yeah. Thought the Dodge Challenger Hellcat could outrun the cops. Not only was he right about the police cars not being able to keep up, thanks to the Hellcat's top speed of 200 miles an hour, the helicopters couldn't keep up either.
Wow.
The chase began on I-10 in Houston.
He was going how fast? 200
plus.
Wow.
The chase began on I-10 in Houston after the police identified the Mopar as stolen. Traffic was fairly heavy at the time, but the Hellcat seemed to have no problem at all cutting through it and finding enough open road to walk out of the bird's eye view. However, just as it seemed the Hellcat was gone, it was spotted on the side of the road just off the Winnie exit where it apparently ran out of gas.
I was going to say, he ran out of gas. I knew that was coming, man. I knew that was coming. He ran out of gas.
The driver was nowhere to be found. One thing Mr. Shaliba simply could not account for was the persistence of now 5 different law enforcement agencies that were in pursuit of him. With the help of infrared technology, he was spotted hiding in a wooded area in the middle of a cow pasture. While it is unknown if he thought he was home free or not, he was spotted calmly sauntering out in the woods talking on his cell phone.
Hey, can you come get me? I'm out of gas.
Dude, can you bring like 5 gallons?
Yeah, just 5. Yeah.
A couple of gallons,
just
man.
a couple of gallons.
While the Hellcat clearly has the ability to back up its claims of being one of the fastest things on the road, Shalib could have possibly gotten away if he had darted into a gas station after he lost the cops.
Well, yeah.
Quick 10.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going that fast in a car like that, what does it get, like a mile a gallon?
Yeah. And he might have even gotten away on foot if he didn't take a leisurely stroll into an open clearing while making a phone call after he was apprehended.
A leisurely stroll.
He told the cops he let the car run out of gas so they could catch up.
Oh yeah, that's my excuse. Hey man, I had the advantage. I was just trying to wait for you. How y'all doing? Been waiting for you. Come on.
That's kind of like when we have parties here at the house every once in a while. I invite all the neighbors, because they're going to be in the party. Why not just invite them, come down, sit down, and have a good time? But if you don't show up and you feel the need to call the cops, see if they can bring a 6-pack or something. We're probably running low. They're on the way anyway.
Yeah.
They're coming.
It's right across the street at the Texaco, so, come on.
Help a brother out.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to top that story, y'all.
I just leisurely stroll. Hey, dude. Hey.
Yeah, I ran out of gas.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm out of gas. I'm on Highway 97 down here. Cops are after me, but yeah, they're
way back there. You'll beat them here, no problem.
Back there.
Oops, there's the infrared helicopter over my head. From Lake Ozark, Missouri, a man accused of leading officers on a police chase Sunday afternoon in Lake Ozark and stealing multiple cars has been arrested. The Lake Ozark Police Department has not identified the suspect, but says the officers arrested the Columbia man in the investigation. The pursuit...
May I interrupt for a minute?
Go ahead.
I lived in Columbia, Missouri for a year. Actually, I lived for 10 years for a year in Columbia, Missouri. It's actually in Lake of the Ozarks, very lovely place. But Missouri, go ahead because I have a feeling I know where this is going to be going.
The pursuit began after officers responded to a shoplifting call at a Kohl's store at Eagles Landing in Lake Ozark.
Know it well.
Police say a man took off in a vehicle that was later determined to be stolen from Columbia, leading officers on a chase along the Bagnell Dam Boulevard. I guess it's the main thoroughfare, I would assume. The driver was involved in a head-on collision. The City of Lake Ozark's Facebook page said the suspect left the scene of the crash and eventually went over the first layer of a cliff. Police took the suspect into custody, handcuffed, him behind his back, shackled his ankles, and he was then placed in the back of a patrol car. But wait, there's more.
Of course.
When police were investigating the scene, they say the suspect was able to put his hands in front of him, break out the cage between the back seat and the front seat, and then took off in the law enforcement vehicle, hence stealing it.
Where were the officers?
Investigating the accident and the cliff and all that stuff. And he was already in the back seat, handcuffed, shackled, and he got his hands up front and kicked out the cage. Stole a police car. Police say the suspect abandoned the vehicle near Porto Sima neighborhood. He then broke into a house and stole a key to a watercraft. Wow, this guy's busy.
Yeah.
The suspect later was found attempting to steal the watercraft when police located him. He then attempted to hide under the dock where he was found and arrested by another officer. The suspect is in custody and faces a variety of pending charges. Police say 2 patrol cars were damaged in the incident. Thankfully, nobody was injured. We have 2 cars with damage. The stolen car that he took from Columbia was filled with stolen items to boot. So the Columbia Police Department was contacted to assist the Lake Ozark PD.
Yeah, Lake of the Ozarks from Columbia is about 30 miles, give or take.
So he was on a
road trip.
He was on a thieving road trip.
Yeah. And like I said, beautiful area, and don't get me wrong, wonderful people. It was just not a good place for me to be at the time. And I still have really great friends in Columbia, but I know exactly what you're talking about, and law enforcement there. I'll tell you this, Missouri, especially in the Lake of the Ozarks. The Ozark Mountains, and I was in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is also part of the Ozark Mountains. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous place, especially Lake of the Ozarks. Lake of the Ozarks, if he had actually gotten into open water, that's a huge lake. Yeah, he could have gone
G-O-N-E.
Yes, I mean, it's not like this lake that you think you just go from one shore to another. No, he could have gone miles and miles and miles. So, why he hid under a dock? How he got out of those?
He must have been. I was just thinking about that. He had to have been a pretty small fellow and got his hands under his butt, behind his kneecaps, under his feet, and then the shackles. But I always thought the shackles were attached to the handcuffs behind the back. I don't know. I've never been handcuffed in shackles.
I
used to be the handcuffer and the shackler, not the handcuffee and the shackly.
I have a hard time taking my pants down and bringing them back up when I got to go to the bathroom.
Well, then you're not going to get out of handcuffs and shackles, and you're not going to bust that cage.
Yeah, the cage out of that.
Now, I have been told that cage in a patrol car, if you're a tall fellow like I'm 6 feet, your knees are in your chin. It's not a lot of space back there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I've been told that. I don't know.
Again, I don't know.
Man. Anyway, I saved the best for last.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
During a video visitation, for y'all don't know this, in some of the jailhouses across the country, you don't sit face to face and talk with your boyfriend or loved one.
It's not like in the movies where you get that little phone.
It's a video screen about this big.
Yeah.
And they have one in another room somewhere, so you're not even in the same proximity as this person.
Yeah, not even close.
So, during a video visitation with her jailed boyfriend, a Florida woman. Now, I'm going to ask you all a question.
Hold on, get closer to the microphone.
I'm going to ask you all a question.
Okay.
Do you think for a minute that these video visitations are, monitored?
I'm thinking, yes.
The woman exposed her breasts and masturbated, according to police, who arrested her for lewd display.
I knew that. I knew where we're going. Look, this is not a conjugal visit, honey.
According to court records, Ms. Ferrero, 38, traveled Sunday afternoon to the Charlotte County Jail for an hour-long virtual visit with her inmate boyfriend, Mr. Thomas, who's 25. Farrell was in the lockup's video visitation building while Thomas was elsewhere in the facility. The visitation session occurred via internet feed, and there was no physical contact between the inmate and the visitor.
Well, of course.
During her visit, she frequently talked They both talked in lewd manner, speaking of sex, sexual organs, and sexual activities, according to the police report. Fierro frequently flaunted and rubbed her breast covering, showing the revealing outfit that she was wearing, calling her outfit naughty.
Naughty.
After Fierro mentioned how she repositioned herself and almost had a thing, Thomas asked Fierro...
Wait, no, back up. A thing?
An orgasm.
Oh, okay.
Thomas asked Fierro to have one for her, and she began to rock back and forth in her chair, appearing to have another one. Near the session's conclusion, she exposed her breast to Thomas, resulting in visitation to be canceled by the staff at the Visitation Center.
Wait, they didn't stop it after the first...
They need a good type.
O-face?
They need a good type 5 minutes for the
yeah, well,
whatever upload they want to go do.
I'm thinking the guards are going, yeah, baby, baby. Yeah.
The supervisor comes in and she has to be female. What do y'all do? Nothing. We end.
Yeah.
Click.
Make it rain. Make it rain.
At the time of the August 8th incident, Thomas was about a third way through his 30-day sentence for possession of drug paraphernalia and driving without a valid license. He was arrested during April in a traffic stop while behind the wheel of Ferrero's car. She was the passenger. After police found him...
Was she doing...
Don't know. He was driving.
The thing?
He was driving and he didn't have a license and she was sitting there, as far as we know.
Making it rain. Never mind.
She was arrested for exposing her sexual organs in a public place. She then declared, "I cannot believe that showing my Cody my boobs would get me arrested." While Thomas's name has been redirected or redacted from the police report. In addition to the misdemeanor exposure, Rap Fierro is also facing probation violation count related to her conviction last month for theft. Mr. Fierro's rap sheet includes convictions for battery, criminal mischief, grand theft, public intoxication, drunk driving, resisting, disorderly conduct. Since she has been convicted in multiple theft cases, she is charged with a felony for her recent Porchy Pirate activity.
Porchy Pirate. What are you in for? I was petting my kitty. That's all. That's all I was doing.
And on that note,
it's been a pleasure, as it always is. Thank you so much for just letting us be us, and I hope you enjoyed it.
And don't remember, we do accept tips. We also want your emails with comments and suggestions. We like your phone calls. All this stuff will be scrolled across the screen, but tips can be done through Venmo at Beach Bums Media, and the Cash App is $ Beach Bums Media. We would appreciate it, but we absolutely appreciate you stopping by and taking time to watch and or listen to the show. It means a lot to us, and we're glad you enjoy it. So to all two of you, thank you.
And again, thanks for just letting us be us.
Until next week.
See you soon.
Later.